Hello and welcome to Emerald Cottage. If you're new around here, my name's Jill and I like to vlog about all things crochet. Crochet blankets, crochet socks, crochet toys, crochet wearables, crochet everything. I just love it all. And as you can see, I've got a whole lot of yarn in my stash behind me. This is hardly any of my stash at all. I've got another whole wool room elsewhere, but we'll go into that another day. I thought this week, instead of doing a one sit down session, I'd try and do a sort of vlog style vlog where I vlog a bit every day. How much can I say vlog in one sentence? So we'll see how that works. I thought I'd give it a go anyway, and yeah, let's see what happens during this week. So today is Wednesday the 26th of March. I can't believe it's almost April. It is an absolutely glorious day outside. I'm just looking at the garden now. It's beautiful. Sky's blue, the grass is green. It's just lovely. And I've just been out for my walking session. I do a Nordic walking course on a Wednesday at lunchtime. So I've just been out for that, which was very nice to do. Nordic walking is when you walk with poles and you kind of stride very purposefully along. It's very good exercise, very good for your upper body as well as your legs. So yeah, so that was fun. Quick drink of coffee. So the first thing I've got to show you today is my menopause scarf. So I'll show you it quickly. This is it so far, and then I'll explain. So I'm participating in a study that a lady called Alessandra is doing, which I think it's her thesis on her master's or something, and it's about the positive impact of textile arts during perimenopause and menopause women. So she reached out to a couple of groups that I'm in for women aged 50 to 70, I'm 54, who crocheted, to come along to a weekly meeting for 5 weeks and participate in a group project. So she wrote the pattern and we just turned up on week 1 with a crochet hook, and then she told us what to do. So what she's got us doing is these scarves, which each line represents, each like stripe, if you like, represents a day, and each different coloured block represents an aspect of menopause that you may be struggling with. So we're particularly focusing on, and I think it's general mood / anxiety is the pink column. Blue is sleep, and grey is brain fog. So if it was a really good day, you'd use a light colour. If it was a really bad day, use a dark colour. And if it's just okay, use a colour in between. And she provided all the yarn. It's all this Drops Love You cotton yarn. It's okay to work with, but it's very splitty, so you need to be prepared for that, really. And the colours we've got, I'll just put them in the basket and show you. We've got, as you can see, let me just move my coffee before I pour some wool into it. We've got 3 blues at the top there, these 3 blues here. We've got 3 pinks and 3 greys. So these 3 light ones represent good sleep, good mood, good brain fog or lack of brain fog, okay sleep, okay mood, okay brain fog, terrible sleep, terrible mood, terrible brain fog. I'm way behind. We started this about 4 weeks ago. This was my first attempt, which I'm always embarrassed to show you. So I don't quite know what happened, but I've lost loads of stitches along the way, because look at it. It starts off quite good, and then look, it just gets narrower and narrower. Excuse all the ends, narrower and narrower towards the top. So look, it's just really narrow, and I hate it, and I hate how messy looking it is. So I decided I'm going to redo it. I said to Alexandra last week I'm going to redo it, and she's like, no, the whole point is to reflect what you're doing, how you feel when you're doing it. But I don't feel this reflects me at all. This just isn't me. So I'm ditching it. Excuse me. I'm starting again. So I've been doing this morning. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the 8th day out of 30 odd days. So I've got quite a way to catch up. So I'm going to work on that this afternoon, and then the last meeting is tonight. So I'm hoping that she'll give us some grace and let us go home and finish it at home at the end of the project. End of the project being tonight. She also said she was going to try and see if we could arrange to meet for some extra weeks, which would be good as well, because it's a really nice bunch of ladies that I've met there. It's good to go and crochet with some like-minded people every week. So that's my menopause scarf, and that's what I'm working on this afternoon. Right, I'll catch you later. Bye. So I finished off that day, and as you can see, each day is separated from the other days by a cream stripe, so I'm just going to do that now. that done. So I'm going to put a nice cream row of single crochets along the top, ready for the next day. Right, so I got to the end of the menopause scarf that I'm doing for now. I think I'm up to a week ago, so I can catch that up another time. But I've done really well, so it's coming along. As you can see, I've had a run of, so blue, it reflects sleep, so dark blue is bad sleep. So yeah, a few nights bad sleep there. And 1 day of bad anxiety there. Oh, two days of bad anxiety there. So yeah, it's coming along. So it's a really interesting project actually, and interesting to track your moods each day. I think I've got another 10 days to go on the scarf altogether, so I'll easily finish that next week. So I'm putting it aside for now, but that's I've done from the stitch marker today. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days I did today. And I've had quite a busy day with housework, and I did my exercise class and went out for lunch with the husband. So quite a good day. So now I'm going to sit and do some of my cross stitch, which is the Highland Cow one, which I can't remember if I showed you it before. So it's one that my son bought me for Christmas. So the picture is this. So it's lovely Highland Cow and all these bright colours. And the chart is printed on the canvas, so it looks like this currently. If you look closely, I've done over the yellow, I've done white, so that was white, and I'm starting to fill in these little dots here, so I've not done very much yet. I don't actually like working on a printed canvas, but it was a present, so yeah, I did an experiment up there to see if because what happens to when you finish it, you you soak it in water and the ink from the chart fades away. So I did an experiment up there, you can see, to see if it really did fade away, and it does fade away. Unfortunately, it went through to the back down there. Can you see that bit there? There's like a kind of blurry bit, big watermark. So I went through, it was folded like that. And I thought, oh, I know, I'll just drop a bit of water on it. Forgot that it had holes in it. Of course, it would go right through. So I'm going to have to refer to the printed chart, which also there is one for these bits when I get to them. But that's a long time off to worry about that. But yeah, I'm really pleased with it. So the other thing I did wrong was, always doing things wrong. I did this white bit with 2 strands of the floss, and actually I meant to use 3 strands. Honestly, Jill, didn't read the instructions properly, did I? So yes, I've got to make a decision whether to go over it with 1 or not, but I decided not to. I decided that what I'm going to do is leave it so that it's like a background that fades into the background, and then all the colours will pop against it in the 3 threads. If that makes sense, you know what I mean? So yes, that's what I'm going to work on now for a bit. I'll see you later. Morning, it is now Friday morning. Yay, it's Friday, we made it to the end of the week. Friday morning, and I've been busy doing laundry and things. My jobs for today include working on my Highland Cow cross stitch, which I'm doing a bit of just now. And also, very excitingly, my cousin had a baby at the beginning of the week, a little boy called Finn. Sorry about that, because it's got a phone call. Yes, rather excitingly, my cousin had a little baby on Monday, called Finn. He's gorgeous, I've been to see him already. And they've asked me to be godmother, which is very exciting. I'm like, oh, it's so sweet. I feel really honoured. But anyway, I've made this cross stitch for him, which I'm sure I've shown you before. This one here. So it's like a sampler. It's got all the letters of the alphabet on it. And A for something, B for something, C for something, and so on. And then in the middle there's a panel, as you can see, which is empty. And that's to put in his name and date of birth and weight and everything. So I've got to do that today because I need to then drop this into the framers to get it framed. So that's today's main job, once I have a look at the Highland Cow one. The other thing I was going to tell you was, oh yes, I've emailed a lady called Emma who runs a shop called Lulu's Crafts in a town near me. With a view to selling my stuff on one of her shelves. She rents out shelf space to lots of local crafters. So there's a possibility that she might let me display my stuff there, which would be awesome. So I've emailed her and sent her some photographs of my stuff, so I'll just have to wait and see. Now, she's away on holidays this week. She said she'd be back next week and she'll get back to me then, but that's quite exciting. So that could be a nice little avenue for me. But anyway, I'm going to get on my hand and cross stitch and I'll catch you later. Good morning. It's Monday morning, Monday the 31st of March, end of March. Amazing. Suddenly it's a quarter of the way through the year. Where did that go? So yesterday I did some work on my Highland cow cross stitch, which I won't show you because it's a bit dull. But I also finished my sampler for my cousin's baby. There we go. Look, on the name and everything in the middle. I'm really chuffed with it. I think it looks really fantastic. So I'm going to go off to the framers today. I'm going to deliver that this morning once they open. Hopefully they'll open about 9. So I'll get that off to them this morning. And for the rest of the morning, I'm going to work on some turtle. So I use this pattern, which is, I'll just find the first page of it. This one here. So it's by, at Crochet by Sylvia, S2 is her name. You can just see on the watermark there. And it's her small turtle pattern. So I'm going to make one of those. Not sure what colour yet. I need to have a look at my yarn inside and look at my stash and at my stock and see what I need. That's my job for this morning. Right, I thought I'd show you just quickly how I do my safety eyes. So I put them in the toy. Let's see, so where does it say? It says between rows 5 and 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 stitches apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 1 there, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about there. So about there. And then I've got a piece of felt, just a little square of felt that I've cut, and I've just snipped a little slit in the middle of it and pop that over the eye, like so. And then put the back on, and I've got this handy dandy tool. Hang on, just like get it down. One click. Got this little tool here that I put over the eye and press down with all my might, like so. And it's very tricky because the eye just wants to wobble around everywhere. So let's try and get it on the center. Oh, it's so hard. Nope, it's not quite in. There, that's a very satisfying click. And then a piece of felt on the other eye, like so. There we go. Put the little back on. That's it, one click, and then get this down a bit further. Right then, come on little eye, you can do it. You can do it. Oh! Just wait for that satisfying click. There, that's the satisfying click. And you can see it's down over 2 of the notches, and it's sunk in, so it's really tight. And that's how I do my safety eyes. So those aren't going anywhere anytime soon. They're nice and secure. So yeah, on with the rest of the head now. So I thought I'd show you how I do my magic rings with this Signet Jelly Baby yarn. So the Signet Jelly Baby yarn is 2 fragile to do a magic ring with. It just snaps when you try and tighten it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my magic ring with a strand of Starcraft Special DK. So I just make it into a magic ring like that. And then I just crochet into that magic ring instead of crocheting into a Signet Jelly Baby magic ring. So it's the same principle, is crochet into it. So I'm going to crochet into 8 stitches. I just need to put a stitch marker in the first stitch. So that's 1. Put my stitch marker in so I know where I am. I can never find the stitch without the stitch marker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I just pull on the threads of the magic ring to tighten it. Just pop a stitch marker in that final stitch so I don't lose it. There we go, the final stitch. And now you can see that the magic ring is nice and closed. And I can just carry on with the rest of my stitches. Hi there, right, I've just been out to Costa, got myself a nice latte. Yummy. Also went to the framers to get that cross stitch framed. The first shop I tried was closed, really annoying, even though it said on the shop front Monday open at 10 and said on the website Monday open at 10. At 10:15 they were still closed, so they didn't get my business. So I managed to find another framers and I dropped it in there, and it'll be ready in a few weeks' time, which is great because I'm going away for 2 weeks to Northern Ireland on Friday to see my mum. So they'll be busy framing it while I'm away, which is great. In the meantime, I've carried on with this turtle. I've now made his shell, or her shell. It's pink, isn't it? It should be, well, it could be anything. Made its shell. Let's just be neutral. Its shell. So its shell is dark pink, and I've just started working around the body in the light pink, so it looked like that when it's finished. I thought I'd just show you how I sew the label in. So the way I do the label is I leave a slit, so I just crochet along to there, then skip 4 and chain 4, and then we start crocheting again in there, so it leaves a slit or a slot. I sew the label onto a little piece of felt, just like that. And then you just pop the piece of felt inside. Let's get the right place. Inside, and pop the label through. So it comes through, and get it the right way around. It comes through just like that. So that's how it looks on the outside. And then that's how it looks on the inside, just the piece of felt flat. And I just sew it in, hand sew it in. So I'll go on with doing that now. Hello, it's now Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday the 1st of April today. I can't believe it's April, and I've got 2 finished turtles. Yay! Oh, aren't they so cute? They just look so sweet together. 2 finished turtles, 2 finished pink ones. I've now got to make 2 plain blue ones, and then that's all my turtles done for the next fair. Had a good day so far. I went to my exercise class first thing this morning and I went to play tennis. The weather is gorgeous, a little breezy and cool enough when the sun's in, but beautiful day. Trying to think what else I saw you, or when else I spoke to you. I spoke to you probably yesterday morning, was it? I went to my knitting group last night, which I take crochet to. Not sure if I'm supposed to do that, but at the minute I'm doing that because I've nearly finished my canalboats blanket. So that's what I was going to say. My next job is to finish the canalboats blanket because I'm on the last round of the border now. So hopefully my next little video clip will be a big blanket reveal. So watch this space. Finished. Thought I'd just quickly show you the border. So it's just like a mostly double crochet border, apart from these little pops of pink against the red, which is really sweet. But yes, this is it, finished. I'm really pleased with it. So here's the blanket on the back of our sofa, and as you can see, the corners are really curly. I'm not happy with it at all, actually, now that I see it like that. They just won't lay flat. I should have gone up a hook size for the border, so they just won't lay flat at all. I think blocking it might help, but I think it's too severe, really. So when I pull down that side, the other side really curls up. So it's not very good for a display blanket. It's quite good for snuggling under it blanket, but not so good for a display blanket, but that's okay. There we go, there it is on the sofa. That's my temperature blanket in the background, look. So there we have it, one finished canalboats blanket. Thank you very much, Lucy. Morning, it's now Thursday morning. No, it's not, it's only Wednesday. Sorry. So what am I doing today? I'm working on a blue turtle. So I've got his head done. I think I showed you that yesterday, did I? Can't remember. And I've done 3 of the fins. So I've just got to finish that this morning. And then, so it's currently 7:45. At 10 o'clock, I'm going to a networking meeting where you go and meet other business individuals and make contacts, that kind of thing. And I'm taking a tray of samples of my stuff with me. So this is what I'm bringing. So, oops. I'll try and show it to you without the cacti falling over. So I'm taking a turtle, a bee, a flamingo, a duck, a couple of key rings are tucked in there, 2 little pocket hugs, a couple of little purses, and a Kindle cover. So I need to sort up on my prices before I go in case anybody wants to buy any of them. But I thought that was quite a nice selection. It looks quite nice in that tray. So I'll bring that with me and see if anybody's interested in making any orders for anything, or wants to buy anything, or just wants to take a business card. In fact, must go and get my business cards and put those in here now as well. Thanks for the reminder. Hi there, I'm back from my networking meeting, which was really fun actually. Really nice to meet some other ladies in business, and just really nice to sit and have a coffee and a chat, and a very nice way to spend the morning. My turtle's coming along quite well. He's got 2 of his fins sewn on. Thought I'd just show you how the fins get sewn on. So they start life like this. It's like a little kind of, almost like a little pasty shape, if you know what a pasty is. And then I crochet a slit into the, you can just see there, into the body of the turtle. Oh, excuse me. And then this pops in there and it just gets sewn in, like you can just see there, or it's sewn in with double knitting wool. And it's fairly robust. It's tested, weight tested, so that it doesn't snap under, I think it's something like 9.2 kilos of weight. So quite a lot. So yeah, so I've just got to sew on the 2 fins and the little tail, and then sew on his head, the front, obviously. I'll be like that, and then sew up his belly, and then he's finished. The way I close up the hole at the end is, well, if I try and thread through a running stitch around the circle with the chenille yarn and then pull it tight, the chenille yarn just snaps. So I use the DK yarn for that as well. So I just literally run it through every stitch in the last round, which I think is about 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, oh, lost my needle, 3, 4, 5, that should do, 5, and then just tie it in a double knot. And you can see that closes up the hole nicely, and then I just hide the ends inside. Ta-da! Finished. Ah, so cute. There he is in all his glory. Mr. Turtle. He's got a slightly wonky head, but that adds to his character, I think. So there we go. Another turtle to add to the collection. Morning. It is Friday morning, the 4th of April, and I am going to Northern Ireland this afternoon for 2 weeks to see my mum. Just me, no husband, no kids, no dog. So I'm just going to catch up with friends and family and generally have a lovely time. So I'm going to finish this vlog here, but first of all I'll show you what I was working on yesterday. So yesterday I worked on, very briefly because it didn't take very long, these little pocket hugs that I've got. There's a blue one. There, those are the 3 colours I worked on yesterday. So I went to like networking meeting on Wednesday morning. I can't remember if I told you or not. And it was really good. I really enjoyed meeting everybody there. And one person ordered 12 pocket hugs. So that was good. So I made some extra ones in colours that she wanted. She wanted pale blue, pale purple and bright pink. So I made those for her. So hopefully she'll like them. I'll give them to her when I get back. They're really quick to make. They take literally like 10 minutes, if that. And it's a pattern by Lucy from Attic 24. It's her teeny tiny heart pattern. It's really cute. They're just like 2 rounds, really sweet and really easy to do. So that's my little pocket hugs that I've been working on. And then I started this bad boy, which is the Attic 24 hydrangea striped blanket. So this is a kit that my friend Julie bought me for my birthday, about 6 years ago. And I just never got around to doing it. Sorry, Julie. But it's always been about to do, Pa, and you'd get there eventually. So I started it. This is the bag of yarn that I've got. And so far I've done 2 stripes, not even 2 stripes, but you can see it's coming along. So it's this lovely kind of shell pattern, and it creates a lovely squidgy, soft blanket, I suppose is the right word. So yeah, so that's my hydrangea striped blanket. That's it coming along nicely. So I'll be taking that to Northern Ireland with me and doing some work on it over there. Although as you can see, it's quite a big bag of yarn. So I'm not quite sure how much to take with me. I think I won't take all the colours. I might take the first 7 or something and see how I go. Or I might take it all. See, I've got quite a big suitcase this time because I'm checking it in. So you never know, I might take it all. But anyway, that is my progress on that. I'm currently making another little turtle. This is his head. But I'm going to stop it here because I've got to get this video edited and uploaded before I head off for the airport this morning. So I need to go and do that now. So with that being said, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this vlog style video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and please leave me a comment. And if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing so that I can get an idea of who's watching my channel. It all helps me feel better about the channel and create more video, more content. So thanks again for watching. Hope you all have a fabulous week with lots of crafty time, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Bye.